Johnny Majors won a national championship with the Pittsburgh Panthers in 1976. It just so happened that his alma mater, the Vols, were looking for a coach. "Come with me to Tennessee," they said. Majors and winning returned to Rocky Top. But UT wouldn't return to the top for another 8 years.
I hope that our football team will rise up and get a little something extra this week, because it would be a great thing to beat Alabama.
Tennessee won 3 conference championships under Majors, finishing ranked as high as 4th in the AP poll, locking up bowl wins over Miami, Arkansas, and Virginia. But in the early 90s, at the peak of his coaching success, his health began to fail.
All my tests were good when I left there, and I feel darn good, so I'm not going to change my way of life, except I'm going to be a coachable patient.
Heart surgery at the beginning of fall camp meant the Vols needed an interim. The current offensive coordinator, a man by the name of Philip Fulmer.
I knew it last night that he was going to have the surgery. Nobody knew that to the degree. I talked with Coach Dickey early this morning, and then we talked with the staff right after that. And since that point, we've been preparing for this scrimmage and trying to keep our minds on our business.
And a 3-0 start is great for business. When Majors returned, contract negotiations went sour, and the Vols pulled the trigger on the young gun.
I am, effective December 31st, 1992, relinquishing all my duties connected with the University of Tennessee.
16 seasons, 116 wins, and 3 SEC championships for the original Johnny Football. Could his successor, Philip Fulmer, follow suit?
We're taking it seriously, and our players have practiced with that in mind and done very well thus far.
Let's just say the 90s were a pretty good time to be a Vol. Fulmer racked up 152 wins, second only to General Neyland himself. With the help of some great quarterbacks, Fulmer took Tennessee to a place it hadn't been since the times of Neyland and Dickey, a national championship.
No champion is clad in big orange.
But all good things must come to an end. After missing a bowl game for the first time in 25 years and putting up 2 5-win seasons, Philip Fulmer was alerted of his dismissal on November 2nd, 2008, coaching his final game in Neyland 4 weeks later, a 28-10 win over Kentucky. For 31 years, Tennessee had 2 coaches. They put up a combined 268 wins, 5 SEC championships, and 1 national title. So what came next?
Mike and the entire athletic department have made a great contribution to make sure this happens.
Chaos.
They've done a great job from the first day that we met talking about the staff that I wanted to put together here for us to be able to win. And we're going to do that, but it's going to take time.
Kiffin showed sparks with a near upset win over number 1 Alabama in Tuscaloosa. And just when you thought UT had found the main man for years to come, January 12th, 2010.
This decision affects people. This isn't just him and his coaching career. This is a whole state, a whole fan base, and a great football program.
We're leaving here 14 months later, a lot better team than we were 14 months ago. So I appreciate you guys coming, and thanks again for all your support.
Hey, Lane, out of respect for the Tennessee fans, we answered 3 questions for us.
With signing day fast approaching and a program in disarray, Tennessee hired a new coach just 3 days later. A Saban disciple, a man who coached in the NFL.
And I wish I could sit here and give you a one line that's going to convince 100% of the fans, and that's never going to happen.
His tenure was short-lived. 3 years, 3 losing records. And the Vols were on to the next one.
We want a coach who knows how to be successful, who's had success, and knows the difficulty of climbing the ladder in the Southeastern Conference.
And that's how Tennessee got here, Butch Jones. And I think you know how that story goes. 0 SEC championships since '98. 0 wins against Alabama since 2006. So what's next for the Vols in 2018 and beyond? Will it be a return to college football glory, or another coaching carousel that spins round and around?